Imagine standing on the surface of the moon. Above you, an endless black sky with Earth glowing like a blue marble. But around you, machines are humming, oxygen is flowing, lights are on, and astronauts are living and working in a fully functioning lunar base. Now here's the twist. None of this is powered by solar panels. Instead, beneath the regolith, a quiet but powerful nuclear reactor is providing energy for survival. Could nuclear power be the key to colonizing the moon and eventually the stars? Stay tuned, because today, we'll explore the fascinating and sometimes controversial idea of building nuclear reactors on the moon. Humanity has always dreamed of going beyond Earth. We've reached the moon before, but this time we're not just planting flags and leaving footprints. NASA's Artemis program, China's lunar missions, and private companies are all looking toward permanent lunar settlements. But here's the big question. How do you power a base on the moon? On Earth, we take electricity for granted. Power plants, solar farms, wind turbines, and a huge energy grid. On the moon, none of that exists. Solar power works, but the moon's day and night cycle is 29.5 Earth days long. That means 14 days of sunlight followed by 14 days of complete darkness. During those 2 weeks of night, solar panels generate nothing. Batteries? They would need to be massive to store enough energy for 14 days of operations. And extreme cold during lunar nights, down to minus 173 degrees Celsius, would make battery survival nearly impossible. Fuel cells or chemical generators? Not sustainable for long-term colonies. The solution many scientists are turning to is nuclear power, reliable, long-lasting, and independent of sunlight. A reliable power source could run life support, mining, manufacturing, and communications, everything a permanent outpost needs. To understand how we got here, let's look at the history of nuclear power beyond Earth. This isn't humanity's first experiment with nuclear power beyond Earth. In the 1960s and 70s, both the US and Soviet Union launched dozens of radioisotope thermoelectric generators, RTGs, to power satellites and probes. The famous Voyager spacecraft, still traveling through interstellar space today, run on nuclear power. On the moon itself, the Apollo missions used RTGs to power their scientific instruments, but RTGs are small, producing just a few hundred watts. Enough for instruments, not for entire colonies. What we're talking about now is fission reactors, capable of producing tens to hundreds of kilowatts of continuous power. So how do you actually build a nuclear power plant on the moon? 1. Fuel source. Most designs use uranium-235, the same fuel used in terrestrial nuclear plants. Only a small amount is needed compared to the massive energy output. 2. Reactor core. The uranium undergoes controlled nuclear fission, releasing heat. 3. Power conversion. Some designs use Stirling engines, which convert heat into mechanical motion, then into electricity. Others use thermoelectric converters, directly turning heat into electricity. 4. Cooling system. On Earth, nuclear reactors are cooled with water. On the moon, there's no atmosphere and very little water. Instead, lunar reactors would rely on radiators that dump excess heat into space. NASA and DOE. Fission Surface Power Project aimed at delivering a 40-kilowatt reactor to the moon by the early 2030s, designed to run continuously for at least 10 years. Enough to power a small lunar base, life support, mining machines, and communication systems. Kilopower reactor successfully tested in Nevada in 2018. Uses highly enriched uranium and a Stirling engine, produced up to 10 kilowatts of electricity. Scalable. Multiple kilopower units could be linked for more power. China and Russia. 1. Continuous power. 2. Compact and reliable. 3. Extreme temperatures. 4. Scalability. 1. Life support systems. 2. Resource extraction. 3. Industrial processing. 4. Scientific research. 5. Human comfort. 1. Launch safety. 2. Radiation. 3. Heat management. 4. Political and legal issues. Imagine the year 2045. Multiple lunar bases at the poles powered by compact nuclear reactors. Mining operations extracting water ice and producing liquid hydrogen fuel for rockets. All powered by the steady hum of nuclear reactors beneath the surface. Should humanity take nuclear power beyond Earth? Some argue it's too risky. What if something goes wrong? Others argue it's the only way to sustain long-term space exploration. One thing is clear, without reliable power, the dream of living on the moon will remain just that, a dream. Nuclear power may be our best chance at turning the moon into humanity's second home. So, what do you think? Should humanity build nuclear reactors on the moon, or should we stick to solar power and wait for better technology like fusion? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of space exploration, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode on humanity's journey to the stars. Because the future is closer than we think, and it might just be powered by nuclear energy.